On Instagram, I've been getting a lot of these reels where people are like doing story times about how their girlfriend or boyfriend cheated on them, which is like, first of all, like insane. Like digital footprint, we're just putting that out there in the world. I mean, personally, I'd be a little self conscious to like just put that out there, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. But what really caught my eye was it wasn't actually on Instagram. It was a YouTube video that someone else made, right? And it was about how this guy, he had a girlfriend for like 3 years, and they would go to a party, right? And now his girlfriend, basically, he sees his girlfriend being escorted upstairs by two other guys. He opens the door to find them spit roasting her like a freshly hunted hog. Like the absolute insanity. But the weird thing is that I wasn't even phased to hear that. Like normally you'd be like, "Oh, damn, that's crazy." I've heard crazier stories than that. There's this one guy who told the story of how he was cheated on. And basically, the story goes, her stepdad, like he really looked up to her stepdad, right? And he really liked this girl. So, on the way home from them hanging out, they went fishing. They literally went fishing, and it was on the way home. They stopped. I think it was like a gas station or something. And he stopped, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna run inside. You want anything?" He was like, "Nah, I'm good." So, of course, he's just sitting there in the car. Phone vibrates. He knows the code to the dad's phone, to the stepdad's phone. So he's like, "Oh, let me go through this." And he just opens it. He goes starts going through the photos because he wants to see all the times he hung out. He's like, and then he scrolls to a little bit too far to the right, and he sees what I'm pretty sure you can assume he saw. Okay, and for the people in the back who aren't quite picking up what I'm putting down, let's just say he saw photos of the stepdad helping her out of a dryer. If you know, you know. Now he's looking at these photos, absolutely just bewildered, absolutely just disgusted and distraught at what he's seeing. Because like, never in a million years he ever thought this would happen to him. I mean, he's seen it a ton of times. But he never thought he'd actually like this actually happened to him. So he kind of just like puts the phone back and it just stares off in the distance, like what the fuck happened. And I say all this to say that these stories are probably one of my favorite parts of the internet. I mean, listen. I know I just earlier said that digital footprint anyone, but like, oh my god, like these tell me these stories aren't at all interesting to hear. Like, it is insane to me that this type of shit will just go down on a regular basis. Me making this as of me recording this, someone can be getting cheated on right now, which is just, I mean, first of all, insane. Like it's just a wild sentence to say, and more people are talking about it. More YouTubers are, like covering this type of stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, what's going on with the world?" And I don't like genuinely. I don't think it's just all of a sudden the world is like becoming more and more like unstable in terms of relationships. Like I mean, it is, but like let me get to that. Let me cook, okay? I don't think that all of a sudden the girls have become more hoish and
Girlfriend,
the guys
girlfriend,
have
we
become
outside
more
all
like
summer.
sharks.
We stuck it all summer. Who's outside all summer?
No one. I'm sorry. No one.
Okay, okay. Who's the shark? Who's the
I'm
shark?
not a shark.
Not you, not you. You're not one of them.
I'm just a guppy, I swear.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to just out for each other's bodies because that is what's happening. But I don't think that's just the sole cause. Like I think because us as a society have become more interconnected because of the internet, we are now being exposed to more and more and more of that type of behavior. And as we're being exposed to more and more of that type of behavior, we're being desensitized to it. We're like, oh, they cheated. Like your reaction to the start of this video, where you're like, oh, he cheated. Dang. Like in the 1980s, back in the 1980s, people have been like, oh my god, he cheated. Oh my god, I am so sorry, and vice versa. Like it would have been way bigger, but now we're being desensitized to it because we're literally being shown more and more of it. I just started a video with two instances of some pretty crazy ways to find someone cheating. Like, and that didn't even scratch the surface of the things I've heard and seen. The very person who told the story of how like he found out his girlfriend was cheating on him with her stepdad. Like that story is told by someone else who he has some more cheating stories. His name is the Dread God. Go watch him. He's hilarious. But that story I initially told you that he told isn't even one of his craziest ones. He's got some crazier ones. And and I say this because it's just it's interesting to see how people like different takes on this type of stuff. Because the person I was watching, he was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like it's sad because this is just like how the world is nowadays." And it's like, yeah, it's true. It's like, and yeah, it's true. But like we never talk about why this is, and like in my opinion, what I said earlier is why this is because like on social media we see it more and more, see it all the time, and as time goes on, we get desensitized. And now all of a sudden, cheating is not as big of a thing as it was before. Like it's still a big thing. I'm not um making cheating seem like it's a smaller thing. I'm not covering for myself. I'm just saying I like the reason that this type of stuff is happening more and more, the reason why it's becoming more and more of a trend, the reason we have more people out here like, oh, you can't trust these girls or you can't trust these men, and it's like it's because on the internet we're seeing it more and more, and even those people are contributing to their own thing. Where now people are too scared to go out and talk to one another because they think the other one is out for something the other one's got. The guy thinks the girl's out for his money. The girl thinks that the guy's out for the money. It's like, now I'm not saying that's not true. That is certainly true in many situations. That might be true, but just maybe, there's a person out there who's like, "Hey, you're pretty cool to hang out with," you know, and now there's a whole sub genre of content where people are talking about how like, we're all feeding into one big thing. We're all making like a problem that we all see as we're making that problem bigger. Like as we're saying, oh yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem. This needs to change. This needs to change. The tools that we're throwing at the situation, the things we're trying to use to solve that problem, are making the problem bigger in its own sort of way. I mean, that's just what I think, and I'm an idiot. So, if you like this video, like, subscribe. Um, tell me what you thought was good about it. Tell me what you thought was shit about it. Always trying to make it better. See ya. Peace.